In this video, I'll be demoing the Splatoon 2 Splatfest World Premiere. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, why is he demoing the Splatoon 2 Splatfest World Premiere when it doesn't go live until July 15th? That is correct. It actually doesn't go live until July 15th, so you can't play the Splatfest right now. But if you head over to the eShop right now on the Nintendo Switch's eShop, you can actually download the Splatfest World Premiere, so you don't have to download it on July 15th. You'll have it already preloaded onto your Nintendo Switch, so you can play it on July 15th without having to wait for it to download, so you can get right into the action. And I highly recommend anyone who has a Nintendo Switch and wants to try out Splatoon 2 or the Splatfest to download it right now, so you'll have it preloaded on your Switch. But that's not what I'm about to demo. If you weren't aware, when you actually try to start up the Splatoon 2 Splatfest World Premiere demo, you can actually do a couple of things if you're not aware. That's why I wanted to show you guys. First of all, when you boot it up, you get to make your character, you get to do a whole bunch of different things. When you first boot it up, you're automatically, after you create your character, taking to the tutorial level. And it's not a new tutorial level. We've seen this in Splatoon 1, so it's nothing different. Unfortunately, after you beat the tutorial level, you can't play it again. So unfortunately, I can't demo it for you guys, the tutorial level, because, well, I've already beat it. But it is nice. You get to test out the game. And the only thing you can try out in the tutorial level, at least for me, I don't know if it's different for different people, but for me, I was able to test out the Splattershot Jr. from Splatoon 1. So you can't really choose your weapon. You're only allowed to play with the Splattershot Jr., at least in my experience. Your experience may change, but you're not able to pick your weapon. You can go around, you can test out the game. So it's a nice way to actually just shoot ink, test it out, look at the graphics. You can also play this in handheld mode. Handheld mode is not blocked off, so if you want to try it on the TV, you can try it on the TV. And if you want to try it on handheld mode, you can try it in handheld mode. I gotta say that maybe the graphics here have been bumped up. I tried the tutorial mode, and it looks like the graphics may have been bumped up. I don't know if Splatoon 2 played in, or Splatoon 1, excuse me. I don't know if the original played in 720p or 1080p, but it looks like the graphics here might have been bumped up. But after you beat the tutorial level and you mess around with the Splattershot Jr. and you test out how to play and stuff, also I would really highly recommend just going into the tutorial, messing around, so that if you've never played Splatoon before, you'll get the hang of the game before the Splatfest even comes out. So you'll have an upper leg in the battles once you already test it out in the tutorial after you download the demo. But after you play Splatoon 2's tutorial, you can actually go around the new Inkopolis, or the new area, and I'm going to be demoing the new area right now. I'm going to be talking about some things I noticed, some things. So this is kind of an analysis video. I'm going to go ahead and press LR and start it. As you can see, it automatically takes me to the new area right here for Splatoon 2. You can see in the top right hand corner it says I got Cream Fanboy. Now if you're trying to do the Splatfest and you have a Nintendo Switch, come on guys, we all know ice cream is better than cake in my opinion. Come on guys, let's win for the ice cream team. You know, I had to pick the ice cream, so I am an Ice Cream Fanboy. Now above the Ice Cream Fanboy, you can see on screen, above it there's two little icons. One that looks like a green guy with some purple hair. I'm assuming those are sea snails, and those are back from, I think, Splatoon 1. Yes, they're back from Splatoon 1. I'm not going to go over sea snails. If you know what sea snails are, then you'll know. And then also, we do have coins. It looks like coins are returning, so we do have coins and sea snails. Now, those could be something else, but I'm just taking a look at it, and they look like sea snails. Now, here is the main area of Splatoon 2. It's different. It's something fresh. I don't know if I like it or hate it at the moment, but it is what it is. Here it is. And as you can see, you can actually go up to different inklings. I'm not sure if you can post yet to Splatoon 2. It looks like you can post to Splatoon 2, but I'm not sure if these are people from Nintendo or part of the development team. I haven't really played too much around with this Splatoon 2 Splatfest World Premiere demo. And if you go ahead and go to somebody, just like Splatoon 1, you can actually click on somebody and it'll tell you their loadout. As you can see, for every single inkling in this new area, it says turf inked is 0, so you cannot play any games. You can just roam around the new area. So you can see turf inked is 0. They're using the Splat Doolies is their preferred weapon, and then they got a headband. They got a Splatfest tee, and then they got a Cream Basics shoes. And as you can see, some of the noticeable stuff from Splatoon 1 is Ink Up. It looks like they have an ability from Splatoon 1 on the headband, Ink Up, which allows you to get more ink when you're under the ink. And then also we got ×2. I'm pretty sure ×2 on Splatfest T. If you look under Splatfest T on screen, Squid Force, you can see that ×2 is a different ability. I don't know what that ability is because it is specific to Splatoon 2, I think. And then we got Cream Basics, and then we got another ability that was from Splatoon 1. It's an ability when you die, you respawn faster, so your respawn time is decreased from what it normally is. And then you can see the dualies. I forgot their name. Yes, Splat dualies. I can see it on screen, but Splat dualies. Then you can see they got a bomb and they got that new homing missile thing. I forgot what it's called, but that's a new ability as well right there. So there it is right there. And it looks like just like Splatoon 1, you have 3 abilities per clothing item. So your headgear has 3 abilities. Your t-shirt has 3 abilities, and your shoes have 3 abilities. Pretty much the same that we've seen from the first one. But now you can actually see that their picture says, how do y'all draw like this? Maybe these are the developers, maybe they're not, or maybe they're not Nintendo, because I don't think a person from Nintendo would draw that bad. I do apologize if I seem like I'm actually trying to talk bad about this person. I'm just noting out some stuff. It looks like this person, Megan, is level 1. I'm assuming everyone in this area is level 1 right now. It does say report and it does say fresh. I'm going to go ahead and click on fresh and see what happens. I have not tried this yet, so let me go ahead and try this. So yes, it looks like when you click on fresh, it kind of likes it. It's kind of like liking their post, and that's what I did right there. I clicked on fresh and I liked their post. Or you can also report the post. I'm not going to report it because it doesn't say anything bad. You can see the inkling on the right hand side of all this stuff. You can see that her t-shirt is a cake. She's definitely a cake fan over ice cream, but we all know ice cream is still better. But there it is. Someone's going for that cake right there. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on some other people. And yeah, pretty much looks the same. And everyone's level 1 right here. Just something to take notice of. And then here's the area where you can actually buy food from here. You can't obviously do it now, but I'm going to go ahead and see what happens when you click on grab a bite. Let's go ahead and confirm grab a bite. What's cracking, Squiddo? Crusty scene. Welcome to the Crust Bucket. I've got snacks and drinks that'll increase your experience and cash flow when you battle. Just give me a ticket and I'll hook you up with an item. What it'll be. So here's some stuff just to take note. I think they already talked about this in the last Splatoon Direct from Nintendo on July 6th. But here we go. Deep fried swaffle. Double fried super swaffle. Battle experience gain doubled. Battle experience gain increased. Crusty sandwich. Super sandwich. Double fried super swaffle. Deep fried swaffle. 20 remaining. So it looks like you have to have some kind of tickets or some kind of coins to be able to buy these. Of course, that would make sense. They wouldn't be free because then it would be too easy to double your experience, double your battle experience and whatnot. But there's Krusty Sheen. I'm pretty sure he was from the first Splatoon game. And then also at the top, if you see above the food menu, you can actually click on drink menu. Let's go ahead and see what drinks are popping right here. So here's a whole bunch of drinks, which I don't think they actually showed off in the last Direct we had for Splatoon. So this is something I'm experiencing for the first time. Increases gear XP and slightly increases the chance of receiving a specific ability when your gear levels up. So main saver lemon, sub saver berry, ink charge melon, run speed tomato, swim speed. And one thing I didn't actually really wish Nintendo would have done with the first Splatoon, I wish they would have given us more incentive to use the coins, because once you buy everything from the shops, it's like, well, I had so many coins left over, and if I go to my Wii U right now and boot up Splatoon 1, I already still have way too many coins. So hopefully the coins are more used here more often and give the game a purpose when it comes to the coins. Special charge shake. I'm not going to really go over all of these. You can go ahead and pause the video if you want to read some of the descriptions for some of these drinks. So it is cool that you have now a better chance of getting the abilities you want on your on your items, which is pretty cool. Back in Splatoon 1, it was always random, and sometimes you get your favorite pair of clothing, and you wouldn't even like the abilities that were tied to them. You either had to re-roll them with the sea snails or look for new gear. So that's nice. They're actually trying to make it more customizable when it comes to the abilities, because let's face it, some abilities I never used, and some abilities I used a lot. So it's very nice that you can try to pick and choose what abilities you want to use. Because let's face it, most people don't like every single ability in the game. And depending on your playstyle, you're going to use some abilities over other abilities. So it's nice that you have a chance to pick what kind of abilities you want to get. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get them, but this just increases the chance of you getting the ability you want. Also, I don't know how hard it is to get these coins or tickets that they're requesting. It may be too hard to get these tickets. But if it's anything like Splatoon 1 where the coins were so easy to get, then this might be it. Also, we don't know how you're going to be getting these tickets. What do you do to get these tickets? Do you get them in Salmon Run? Do you get them from the story mode? Do you get them from playing online or whatnot? We really don't know how we're going to be getting these tickets. Hopefully these tickets aren't too hard. Also, one thing I didn't notice, when you're looking through the drinks, if you look on the bottom right to where it says 20 remaining with the green 20 remaining, and below it shows the ticket. But if you notice, the ticket's actually changing to whatever the drink is. So the drink has, for instance, special charge up, and then the ticket has special charge up on it ×0. So I wonder if you can earn different tickets, if you can earn different types of tickets. If tickets aren't just one type, they're varied, so you can get different types of tickets. That's just something to think about as well. Same thing with this, the tickets change as well, which I wasn't paying attention to. So I don't know if you're going to be getting different types of tickets, or maybe you're only getting one type of ticket. It just depends. I'm not sure about that, but it's just something to notice. So there you go right there. I'm assuming in the full game too, we'll probably have more drinks and more food options, but that's actually something pretty cool right there. Now I'm actually going to see if I can go into a shop right now. Yep, I can go into a shop. Welcome to Ye Old Clo-File. Those hast all the freshness of a piece of salted cod. Lo, a salted cod piece. Could I but help thee, I would also allow I must turn thee hence. Sorry, I'm like, he's kind of hard to read some of his dialogue. I'll stop reading the dialogue, but it looks like you have to be level 4 before you can buy any clothing. And there's some clothing at the bottom, so you can kind of get an idea of how much all the clothing is going to cost in Splatoon 2. If it's anything, again, like Splatoon 1, everything's going to be unlocked so easy. Of course, we can't buy anything because we can't play a game to level up. I'm going to go ahead and take you through all the shops so you can kind of see everything. Okay, this guy's name is Bisque. There's all the shoes at the bottom. And looks like for this one as well, you have to be level 4. Kind of skipped over the dialogue pretty fast right there, but that's okay. You're just getting a general idea. What shop is this? This looks like it's the headgear shop where you buy all your headgear in the game. Okay, her name's Flo. We've already seen this from the Splatoon 2 latest direct. Again, level 4. So it looks like for all the stuff you have to buy, you do have to be level 4. And over here, there's the DDR game they talked about in the direct. You can play DDR. Unfortunately, in the demo, it looks like you can't play DDR. I tried to play this, but I cannot play DDR at the moment, which is kind of unfortunate. Kind of wanted to demo it. It would have been cool, even if they didn't allow you to play the main game. If you can at least play the little mini game, that would have actually been cool. But I guess even just walking around is cool, so you can get a hang of like the new areas. Over here, I'm not seeing much over here. And then back here is where you're going to be scanning your amiibo. They did say that Splatoon 1 amiibos will be working in Splatoon 2. So if you want to do that, you can do that right here in this little area right there. And then over here is pretty much nothing. Again, not too much to really look at around here. The only other store I don't think I went to is the one where you buy your weapons. We can look at weapons and see what we have to, what we can buy. I think here's the weapons right here. Yes, this might be the weapons, I think. Yes, here's the weapons right here. Sheldon is back from Splatoon 1. You can see they're all locked up. You can see we have some of the weapons at the bottom are Splatoon 1 guns for sure. They might work a little bit different, and they might have a different special and a sub, but some of those are back from Splatoon 1. You can see there's some rollers. You can see there's some buckets. You can see there's some shotgunny type weapons right there. I forgot the name of some of the weapons in Splatoon 1, but there you go at the bottom. Just a little sneak peek of what weapons you'll be able to unlock. Of course, when the full game comes out, you'll be able to unlock more weapons. So there you go. There's some weapons you can buy. What is this? Did I already go in this? I think I already went in this. Nope, you can't go in this until the regular game comes out. I forgot what this was supposed to be, but there it is. And then here's another something. And then there's the two main people for Splatoon 2. I forgot their names already, but there they are. Those are the hosts of Splatoon 2. And then back here, this is where you can, I think, change your sea snails. It's funny, you can actually talk to him right now. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to him. Let's see what he says. You smell that? Something smells like stale squid. Look, I'm not trying to diss, but the crumbs between my couch cushions are fresher than you, chum. I guess I was trying to diss. Sorry, but I legit can't help you until you hit level 4, so nope. Go freshen up and get some. So nope, you have to be level 4 for that guy as well. Cream Team, that's really funny, Cream Team. Yep, go ice cream. Then back here, one of these pipes will actually take you to, I think, Salmon Run, and another one will take you to the story mode. Can't go to them yet, and yep. And then there's another store right there. Just looking at a store, you can see this is some kind of restaurant, I do believe. Let's go ahead and look around. Yep, it looks like a restaurant. Looks like there's a billboard back there for some food. Then there's eat. Yep, you can see a billboard. And then here's a vending machine with all the drinks for Splatoon 2. Can't use it. I don't think you can use it in the real game, but it's just cool to look around at some of the environment and some of all the little details they put in Splatoon 2. Now here's the main tower where you're actually going to be battling. You can actually go into it, but unfortunately, of course, you can't play anything. But it's still cool to go in there and look around. So here you go. There's not a Splatfest going on right now, and it immediately kicks you out. You can't even see Turf War, the objective mode, Salmon Run, anything. It kicks you out automatically. And yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the Splatoon 2 Splatfest World Premiere demo. That's pretty much all you can look at. I might try writing because I'm not sure if you can write. Let's see if we can get advice. Meow, you smell as fresh as my litter box. Go get to the lobby and play some Turf War battles. Once you've played a bit and leveled up, don't forget to visit the weapon shop in the square. Nope. The cat's back from Splatoon 1. I love Pearl. There's some writing on the wall right here. And here's ask for a bonus. Don't know what this is pertaining to. Let me go ahead and click on it. You haven't earned a bonus. Don't know what this is. I don't think they talked about this, but I could be wrong. But here's a little secret back here I didn't even know was back here. And here's some more ink on the wall. Join the Intrapolis something squid. And yeah, I've already pretty much went through all of this. Now I'm actually going to take you through the menus. I didn't actually go through the menus where you actually do all your customizing. I wanted to save that until last because those are probably some of the biggest stuff you want to be knowing about this Splatoon 2. Let me go ahead and press X for the menu. Here's some stuff you can do. So you can see you got lobby, you got the square, Octo Canyon, the Soul, Grizzers, Galleria. So from here you can actually jump into one of the stores if you don't want to actually walk it on foot, if you're too lazy, or if you just want to make it faster for yourself. So you can go to the weapons, headgear, clothes, and shoes. I don't know if there's going to be a place where you can actually buy pants, because in the first one you couldn't buy pants. So I'm wondering if you can buy pants here. And then we got status. If you move over, you can see I didn't ink anything yet, but there's my name, Wayne. It says I'm using the 10-tack splatter shot. The 10-tack splatter shot has your standard triangle bomb for the sub weapon, and then I also have a jetpack, it looks like, for the special right there. Then I got headgear, basic tee, and cream basics. So I pretty much got the same stuff that a lot of people are equipping. And then you got stages. So you can see you got regular battle, Ranked Battle, League Battle, and Salmon Run. So you can see Splatoon 2 definitely got more stuff going for it than Splatoon 1. My main concern with this game was the fact that it kind of still feels like a Splatoon 1.5, because from what we've seen, at least from the ranked battles, going up to ranked battles, they didn't show any new ranked battles. They only showed the same ones from Splatoon 1. They showed Tower Defense, Splat Zones, and Rainmaker. Not going to go over any of the modes in this game, but yeah, hopefully we'll get some new ranked battles. That's my one thing I want from this game. I want new ranked battles. It is nice that they did add League Battle and Salmon Run to the game. If you didn't know, I am a big Horde type mode player when it comes to those Horde type modes, whether it be Call of Duty Zombies, Halo Firefight, Gears of War Horde, things like that. I do love those modes a lot. So it is cool that Splatoon 2 is adding a whole new Horde type mode. Horde type modes, of course, have been around for a long time, even since last gen, but it is cool to see that Splatoon 2 is copying every single shooter on the market. I don't blame them, and they are really fun modes if you like that type of stuff. And then we have options. You can see TV/tabletop mode. If you click on it, you can change the sensitivity of your stick when you move the camera. I kept it low because personally, even at 1 or 2 or -2, even -3, it's still a little bit too fast for my taste. So that's why I actually bumped it down to -5. You got Y-axis, you can invert it or keep it normal. I kept all that normal. And then you can switch motion control on or off. I personally like it off. It's funny, when I played Splatoon 1, I absolutely loved the gyro control on the Wii U gamepad. I loved it, but for some reason, I'm not really liking it too much when it comes to Splatoon 2. I don't like it on my Pro controller. I don't like it when it comes to the Joy-Cons or even when I'm playing in handheld mode. Specifically, handheld mode, I don't like it. It feels weird trying to move your tablet up and down. You may think it may not be that bad because you have gyros on your smartphone and your tablet, and a lot of games on smartphones or tablets actually take advantage of gyro control, but for me, for some reason, I just don't like it in handheld mode. And then let's go back and specifically click on handheld mode. So it looks like handheld mode has its own option. So motion control sensitivity is totally different on handheld mode. Let me go ahead and bump that down to 5. Let me turn off motion control real quick right there. Y-axis, R-axis, so you can play around if you want to invert him if you think it's better. Moving over to stages, it doesn't say any stages, just looked over that. Status, and then you got some abilities. Here's the biggest thing right here. We can see a lot of the abilities from Splatoon 2. A lot of them are returning abilities, and a lot of them are new abilities, like that ×2 one I just explained. I don't know what that is, and can't click on them, so I can't really tell you what all of them do because you can't click on it. And oh, I guess you can click on it. I apologize. I 100% apologize. So now we can find out what ×2 means. Double the effect of other gear abilities attached to this gear. That's pretty cool. Hide your super jump landing. I think that was in the first game. Yep. Increases damage dealt to all non-player targets. So any of those radar lookamajiggers. That might have been in Splatoon 1. Can't remember because I haven't touched Splatoon 1 in a very long time. Okay, let's look at some other ones that weren't in Splatoon 1. I think these two I know weren't in Splatoon 1. Once you've respawned, reveals the position of the player who splatted you. Allows you to track distant players hit with shot from your main weapon. Maybe these were in Splatoon 1. They might have had a different picture because those do sound familiar. I think one was like called Payback or something in Splatoon 1. Quick super jump. Actually, for the most part, opening gap, boost your speed in both. Actually, a lot of these are from Splatoon 1, believe it or not. There's more from Splatoon 1 than I actually thought, just looking at all of these. Boost ink recovery rate and weapon ink effects. Yeah, a lot of these are actually from Splatoon 1. Increase gauge. If you've never played Splatoon, then you may not even know any of these, but yet, a lot of these are from Splatoon 1. Of course, hopefully in the main retail version of the game, I'm hoping we'll get new abilities that weren't in Splatoon 1, because a lot of these are actually coming up to abilities that were in Splatoon 1 for the most part. Not seeing anything too crazy here besides that ×2 one and maybe these two right here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Tilting the L stick during this one is definitely new, I'm pretty sure. Drop roller. Tilting the L stick during a super jump allows you to perform a forward or sideways roll when you land. Yep, that's definitely a new one that wasn't in it, because as you know in Splatoon 2 with the Splat Dualies, that you can actually roll with the Splat Dualies. So of course they're going to add some new rolling mechanics to your actual Inkling when it comes to the mechanics of the game. So there's Drop Roller, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Improves the efficiency of your... I don't think that was in Splatoon 1 at all. Improves the efficiency of effectiveness of your special weapon. So that would kind of actually solve my problem when I played the Splat 2 test fire. I had a problem with that weapon, specifically the one that they're showing on screen, the one that's tied to that special power. When I actually used it, it wasn't actually effective because that weapon, when you shot those missiles and targeted people, it was so easy to miss and so easy to dodge that one or go under the ink and hide that actually throughout the whole entire Splat Splat demo, excuse me, I'm like stuttering right now, but throughout the whole demo, the demo, it was so easy to dodge that. Hopefully this will solve my problem. Once you equip that, those missiles should be much more powerful, and it should be harder to actually avoid those. I'm assuming you can still avoid them even with that power that ability enabled, but it'll make it a little bit more harder to dodge those, because that was my one problem that I had with the test fire. And those are all of them. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read some of these abilities for yourself. You can go ahead and read some of these abilities for yourself. But a lot of them are from Splatoon 1. And the map, you can see that. And that's pretty much it when it comes to this menu. Now I'm actually going to try to equip some stuff and show you what this menu looks like. Taking notice to it, looks like it's saving the game every time I'm going from menu to menu, so that's cool. I wonder if all these settings are actually going to carry over to the main game. This would be cool if some of your options were saved over to the main game. Hopefully it's saving everything to your micro SD card or to your internal memory, so when the game launches, all your options will already be saved and ready to go. It's not too big a deal if they don't save your progress when it comes to this. But I also want to know if in Splatoon 2, when you play when you play the Splatfest, if you're going to be getting sea snails when you play Splatfest, are those sea snails or whatever you earn for playing Splatfest, are they going to carry over to the main game as well? Because if we're unlocking stuff right now in Splatfest, when it comes out July 15th, if we're unlocking some kind of stuff like sea snails or coins or leveling up or whatnot, and you can't carry that over to the main game, it's kind of like all that progress is lost. Still, it's not a big deal because it is a free demo, and I'm sure most people are going to play it, even if you can't transfer everything over from the Splatfest demo over to the main game. But that would be a little nice touch if you can transfer everything over from the Splatfest over to the main game. That would be cool. But here we go. This pretty much looks like the same menus we seen in Splatoon 1. Nothing too crazy. It looks exactly the same. As you can see, you can rotate your Inkling right there. I'm rotating the Inkling right there. You got the headgear right there. You got your clothes. You got your shoes right there. You can see what weapon I'm using, and it looks like for the demo, I don't know if this is actually going to be for the Splatfest. I'm assuming since this is the Splatfest demo already, this is all we're going to be getting in the Splatfest demo in terms of weapons, so you can kind of see what weapons we're going to be using in the main Splatfest demo when it comes out July 15th. What would have been cool actually is if they would allow us to play with a couple of new weapons. The one weapon I love from Splatoon 1, which is a generic basic weapon, is my always go-to weapon, is a Splattershot Jr. I don't know why they couldn't at least let us play with the Splattershot Jr. But we have the 10-tech Splattershot right there. We have the Splat Charger. We have the Splat Dualies. Of course, those Splat Dualies are the new weapon. We have Splat Roller, and then if you've never played with the Splat Charger before, the new thing you can do with this, with all of the sniper rifles in Splatoon 2, you can actually charge them up and then go under the ink, and then you can shoot your missile or your ink at the players. Whereas Splatoon 1, when you charge your sniper rifle, you couldn't go under the ink, or you would lose the bullet or lose the ink charged up. So it's nice now. You'll have much more versatility when it comes to snipers. So if you're a sniper in Splatoon 1, now you're even going to love sniping or using the snipers in Splatoon 2, because there's more versatility when it comes to sniping in Splatoon 2. And yeah, and then also you can look at I think you can look at info. So there you go. This one, 10-tech Splattershot, is pretty about balanced, except for fire rate's pretty high. But then for your sub, you get the Splat Bomb, which is a triangle bomb, and then you got your special inkjet, so you can go into the air with a jetpack. Pretty cool. It also tells you how many points you need for the special. It takes 190 points to get to the special when it comes to this weapon right here. Turf Inked, of course, 0. That's going to be 0 until I play the Splatfest sub and special guide. Let's go ahead and see what that's about. So it looks like it's telling us all the sub weapons. You can read every single weapon right here. So a lot of these, of course, are from Splatoon 1. Splat Bomb, Suction Bomb. These ones you can actually stick on stuff before they explode, so very cool. These ones you can't stick on walls because they're triangle, and they can actually be bounced off of stuff, which is very cool. Burst Bombs from Splatoon 1. This one's a new bomb. I think in the first Splatoon test fire, you can actually try this weapon out. It's basically like a hockey puck, and it bounces off of walls only on the ground, so it's a ground bomb. We had ground bombs in Splatoon 1. They kind of went around the ground. Pretty cool. This one's pretty cool. It's kind of like the curling bomb, but it walks, and it looks like it might target him. A bomb. Yep, it automatically targets an opponent Inkling. Very cool. Ink Mine, back from Splatoon 1. Squid Beacon, back from Splatoon 1. Sprinkler, back from Splatoon 1. Same thing with that one. Poison Mist. I think Poison Mist is a new sub-weapon. That might have been from Splatoon 1, because I remember we did have one that when you threw at Inklings, it would pop, and it would slow them down and whatnot. So, yeah, only 2 of these, at least from this Splatoon 2 Splatfest World Premiere, are new. These 2 are right here. Now let's look at special weapons, or the specials of the game. So we got 10-ton missiles. Those were the ones I was talking about before that I was having a problem with because they're underpowered, at least from what I played in the Splatoon 2 test fire. Did not like them at all. They're fun to use, but not really great. The one thing I liked about them, though, is it actually makes a lot of Inklings like get scared and run away and things. So it does have that, but getting kills with this, for me, my experience, was way too hard. But that one ability should solve that problem. It's still not useless because it does scare people when they come down. They want to run away. So instead of them to keep shooting their ink, they're gonna like either go into the ink and run, or they're just gonna run away. So that's very nice. Still a cool one. I like it. Stingray. That one was demo 2 in the test fire. There you go. Hold down GR and it pretty much is like a laser beam of ink that you can go left or right with. Pretty cool. Inkjet. One problem I had with the Inkjet was it was hard, or the jetpack, it was hard to control. Hopefully in the main game it's a little bit easier. I got some kills with it, but it was very hard to go up and down with it. A little bit finicky in my testing. Splashdown. Splashdown, out of all the new ones, might be my favorite one because it's very cool. The ground pound, the ground with ink coming out. It'll actually be really useful, Splashdown, when you're actually jumping from Inkling to Inkling. If you don't know, in Splatoon, you can actually jump to another Inkling's position by like touching them or going to them. You can fly across the map to get a better position on the enemy team. And while you're up in the air in this one, you can probably use Splashdown, and it's going to be very chaotic, just jumping to another teammate and then splashing down. And if anyone's in the way, they are going to get destroyed. So Splashdown might be my favorite one. You would think Inkjet might be my favorite one, but it was hard to control. So Splashdown is very cool. And then we have Ink Armor. Ink Armor is a new one. It's unfortunate from Splatoon 1 we're not getting the bubble back. I personally love the bubble from Splatoon 1. I wish the bubble was back from Splatoon 1, but I'm not complaining too much. Grants each member of your team armor that will completely nullify down from a single attack. Works on all team members regardless of proximity. So it might not be the same as the bubble because it looks like it only works on one single attack. So it's like a one single use thing. It's not like the bubble where you can activate it and then run around for a while you're shooting. Unfortunately, it looks like you'll probably still be able to shoot with the ink armor, but it only lasts on one attack. So if someone hits you while you're in the ink armor, it looks like it'll just disappear, which kind of sucks. And then we have Bomb Launcher. Yes, that's pretty much the one that's back from Splatoon 1. We had the Bomb Rush. It's not called Bomb Rush anymore, but Bomb Launcher. So it's going to be a machine that's on your back that launches it. So it's 100% the same thing as Bomb Rush, but instead you're going to have a machine that's launching bombs. The cool part is it looks like you can launch any types of bombs. As you see in the picture above that says Bomb Launchers with the Inkling right next to the Bomb Launcher's name, you can see that it looks like around her you have every single type of bomb. That was one ability I loved from Splatoon 1. I loved Bomb Rush. So it is nice. It's coming back in a different way, but it's still the same thing, so it's pretty cool. My friend's going to be really happy to know that this is back because he loved this one as well, Bomb Launcher, and I do too. Here's one that's actually a really cool one we saw from a lot of demos. I don't think a lot of people got to play with it, but Inkstorm, I'm excited to try Inkstorm. Throw this device to generate a rain cloud of ink. The cloud gradually moves away from where the device was thrown. I apologize for me coughing. This video is pretty long, but there it is. I'm excited to try Inkstorm. Inkstorm looks like it's going to be a very good time. Honestly, I wish they would have just brought a lot of them back from Splatoon 1, because a lot of them were good ones. I didn't like all of them, but I definitely like Inkzooka. I like the Bubble. I like Bomb Rush. Of course, Bomb Rush is back in a new form called Bomb Launchers. Inkstorm. Baller. Here's a new one. It's kind of like the Bubbler from Splatoon 1, actually. This is as close as we're going to get. Either Ink Armor or a Baller are going to be close to Splatoon 1's Bubble, if you ever liked using the Bubble. Enter a ball that protects you from a certain amount of damage. Move around. If you hold down R to charge up power or let a certain amount of time pass, the ball will explode, freeing you. What I want to know with the Baller is, I want to know if you can actually shoot while you're in the ball. It looks like from this picture and from what they've shown in that direct, you cannot shoot while you're in the Baller. Personally, me, I still would want the bubble back. If you can't shoot in this thing, then I don't really care about it too much. I still want the bubble back. And then here's another one they showed in the direct, which is new, and it looks very cool, the Bubble Blower. This fires a maximum of 3 bubbles that, when inked in your teammate's color, burst and attack the surrounding area. So it looks like a very cool item. But if you're going to be playing Splatoon by yourself, just casually playing turf war or whatnot, and you're not playing on a team and you're not voice chatting and whatnot, then I don't know how useful this will be, because if you're not in the right area either to get this going, and if your teammates are inking, you may not even get this one. So this one in principle is a really cool idea, but if you're playing by yourself, this may not be the one you actually want to use, just because, well, it's not actually might not be that useful unless you're playing with a team. Playing with randoms won't be the best with Bubble Blower, in my opinion. But those are some of the looks at some of the specials you can actually do with Splatoon 2. Hopefully they add a little bit more specials in the game, because honestly, I'm not feeling too excited about a lot of the specials in Splatoon 2. Like I said before I show you the rest of it, Tinton missiles, didn't really care about. Stingray, I need to try that a little bit more to see if I like it. Inkjet was too hard for me to actually fly. Splashdown, that one was my favorite. This one I'm curious about. This one I'm curious about. And this one's pretty much from Splatoon 1. I want to see how it actually works in Splatoon 2. Hopefully, we'll get to try some of the other specials out when it comes to the Splatfest coming July 15th. But then again, the game's only going to be about another week, and then it will hit store shelves after the Splatfest is actually over. So you won't have that long after Splatfest if you want to try some of this. So I won't be too mad if Nintendo doesn't allow us to play a lot of these specials in the Splatfest, just because, well, the game's coming out a week right after the Splatfest premieres. Then going back, you can see a lot of the other weapons. We got Splat Dualies. Who are the Splat Dualies? I'm going to go ahead and show you the information, or I am showing you the information right now. You can see the range is good, the damage is terrible, and mobility is really good. Obviously, this is the one where, if you don't know, you can actually roll as you're shooting, or you can roll and then shoot, which is very cool. So it is a very versatile weapon. I can see on a lot of Splatoon teams or a lot of objective game modes, this one will really come in handy with the whole rolling. And this one looks like it got 10 missiles. I'm pretty sure in the demo when we first played the Splat Dualies, they had the Inkjet, the jetpack ability. So I think they changed it for either the Splatfest or for the main game. Again, all this can change when the main game actually hits store shelves July 21st. So none of this stuff I'm showing you is set in stone. I'm assuming a lot of it is because, well, the game's coming out July 21st, and they're not going to have a lot of time to change the code for the game and change everything. Everything's almost pretty much set in stone, but it's not always going to be set in stone. And then you can see overall it has bad damage, range not too good, but mobility is what's going to make up for this weapon. And you do got Tenta missiles on this weapon, and then you got a burst bomb, and then Splat Roller is pretty much just like the Tentec splatter shot. It's an all-around weapon. The range and the ink speed and handling are all pretty much level. Now you got the sub curling bomb, so that's the bomb that looks like a hockey puck that you can bounce around walls on the floor. And then you got special splat down, which is going to be cool. And the cool thing about the rollers in Splatoon 2 is the fact that instead of inking Vertical, you can now ink horizontal. So you have horizontal and vertical. I get those two words mixed up, but if you played Splatoon 1, you know what I'm talking about. When you fling ink with rollers, you can only fling it one way, but here you can fling it in another direction, which is going to be very, very cool when you play this. Just gives it a little bit more movement when you're playing with the rollers in this game. So it looks like some of the weapons got some versatile in Splatoon 2. And then we got Splat Charger again. I already explained what you can do with the Splat Charger. You can hold the charge while you're under ink. Very cool. So sub is a Splat Bomb, and then special is Stingray. Of course, Stingray probably makes sense just because this is a sniper. The range, of course, is going to be very good. Charge speed's not the greatest, and then mobility's not that great as all. But you're not really moving around when you're sniping in this game. You're going to be stationary, just trying to pop out of the ink, wait for someone to pop up, and then you're just going to blast them with the charger. And then it looks like they solved it looks like they solved one of my issues with Splatoon 1. One of my issues with Splatoon 1 is when you found your favorite weapons, it was so hard to find them because over time DLC starts rolling out, updates start rolling out, you start buying more weapons, and then these pages get filled up with weapons. And it's so hard to actually find your favorite weapons. It can take you a while. So it is nice. It looks like you can sort the weapons by your favorites. I don't know in the test in this Splatoon Splatfest World Premiere if you can actually favorite your favorite weapons in the game. I'm not sure about that, but in the retail version, you'll probably be able to sort them by your favorite. Hopefully they take this a step further than just letting you favorite your favorite weapons you use the most. I'm hoping you can actually sort them by category. For instance, if you have a lot of buckets, you can sort through by buckets, you can sort through by regular just shooters, you can sort through by paint brushes, you can sort through by rollers. That would actually make it 100% more easier if you want to try out certain weapons. You're like, I know this one gun, I like this one specific roller. So then you can press a button, you get all the rollers, and then you can find the roller much more easier instead of going through all the weapons, taking you a long time trying to find that one roller you absolutely love playing with. So yeah, that's pretty much all in this menu as well when it comes to that. Splat Dualies, points for special. So it looks like all of them pretty much range from 180 to 190 when it comes to how many points you need to get your special going. This one takes the most ink to have to get your special up. Your special activated 190, 180, 180, and then 180 right there. And those are all of the weapons right here, at least right now. Of course, when the actual Splatfest comes out July 15th, they could update this, give us more guns to play with, give us more clothing to play with, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and back out of this. I did forget to take a look at one other thing. Before I head out of this video, I'm actually going to go back in and take a look at the other and see what other is. Okay, never mind. I thought Amiibo was ready. You can save your current gear, player settings, and camera options to an Amiibo. So it looks like you can save your setup to an Amiibo. I don't know if that was in Splatoon 1 because, to be honest, I never actually bought the Amiibos for Splatoon 1. So I don't know if that was a thing in Splatoon 1. If you know if it's not a thing in Splatoon 1, well then yeah, but I don't know if it was a thing in Splatoon 1. But it looks like now you can save your all your setup to an Amiibo, which is going to be useful. So that's pretty cool if you want to go to a friend's house and you have your certain setup saved, then you can save it. One thing I had a problem with too is if you didn't have an extra save file on, I think Wii U Splatoon 1, it was frustrating having your friend and you trade off because your setup was already there and you had to either write it down on paper or save it or take a screenshot or something like that. So this might eliminate that problem as well. You can save your setup to an Amiibo, take it over to your friend's house, or even if you're playing on your own Wii U and multiple people playing, just saving it to Amiibo will be nice. Each of you have an Amiibo, you pop it on your Switch, and then it has your setup ready, your weapon, your head, your clothes, your shoes, your whole combination. Boom, bang, you're ready to go. That'll make everything much more easier. Oh, also, and right here, I didn't notice this, but you can change your style. I don't know if you can buy different pants or shorts in the actual game. It looks like you can't from this demo, but who knows? Well, this might be all the shorts you can get in Splatoon 2. Maybe you can't buy any. These are going to be it throughout the whole entire game, and everyone's using the same pants. You get these three options. That would be nice if they added pants as an option for a gear. But those are what all the three different shorts look like in the game. Then you can change your hairstyle. Now, you couldn't do this in Splatoon 1, I don't think. It's been so long because I actually got Splatoon 1 on release date, so I can't remember. It's been a while now, but there you go. You can change Your hairstyle, that hairstyle actually looks pretty cool. Actually, most of the hairstyles in Splatoon 2, excuse me, most of the hairstyles here I actually do like. They look pretty cool. And then everything else is pretty much the same that I've already showed you in the options menu before. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the Splatoon 2 Splatfest World Premiere Demo. Again, I'm not sure also if you can actually write now. It looks like you may be able to write into Splatoon 2 now. As you can see, go, ice cream, go. No, I won't notice you. You can see you may be able to actually post stuff. I'm not sure if you can actually draw on the Switch's touchscreen because the Switch does have a touchscreen in handheld mode. So I'm not sure if you can draw something and then post it to Splatoon 2. You might be able to do that right now. I'm not 100% sure about that. But that's pretty much taking a look at Splatoon 2 Splatfest World Premiere Demo. Anyway, guys, peace out. I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm out, guys.